Hey guys, this is Kevin from JazTime.com, and today we'll be reviewing the Rolex Sky-Dweller, reference number 326934. We'll be going over the price, the dial, bezel, crown, case, bracelet, clasp, and we'll talk about the movement towards the end of the video. Okay, so as of December 2017, you can get this watch from an authorized Rolex retailer, if you can currently find it, at $14,400 plus tax. Here at JazTime.com, you can get it for the market value of $19,500, as this watch was recently released at the Bezel World 2017 show and is currently in demand and very hard to get. So of course, as always, the price is subject to change for the date of this video, and let's go ahead and jump right into the dial. So Sky-Dweller dial, obviously very beautiful. We have index hour markers. Along with the hands, I have that luminous tipping. That luminous is a highly legible chroma light display with a long-lasting blue luminescence, so you have easier visibility at night. The hands themselves have been skeletonized in the center to not block the off-center 24-hour dial, and that 24-hour dial allows you to track a secondary time zone, and as I'll show you what the crown functions. We have the Rolex crown logo at the 12 o'clock position, and one thing to notice is right above it we see a little red square aperture, and that's actually because at each hour marker there's a white square aperture. The red indicates the current month, as the actual square apertures is an annual calendar that's displayed on the watch itself. The actual date is located at the 3 o'clock position with a Cyclops lens on top of that sapphire crystal for magnification, easier viewing of that date. And we have the Sky-Dweller name right underneath the central hands. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the bezel now. Or actually, before we move on to the bezel, I actually forgot to mention that the color of the dial that I have in my hands currently is blue. However, the Sky-Dweller does come in 2 other colors as well, and those other colors are white and black. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the bezel. Bezel, obviously very beautiful fluted bezel. It's a bidirectional rotatable Rolex ring command bezel, and what that means is actually you're able to rotate the bezel itself, and it actually changes the functions of the crown functions at the final position. And I'll actually go ahead and demonstrate that. So the crown here is located at the 3 o'clock position next to the date window. It is a screw down twin lock double waterproofness system. We'll go ahead and unwind that counterclockwise, and in the standard position you can actually wind the watch going clockwise 15 to 20 times from a dead stop is all you need to get the watch going once more. So let's go ahead and pull that crown out. As you can see, in this position, nothing really happens to the dial as we shift the crown around, and that's because we're in the first position of the ring command bezel, so no functions are used here. So moving that command bezel once to the left, as shown, we're now able to adjust the date instantaneously, very quickly, and it goes forward or backwards, as you'll see, going backwards by going clockwise, or going forwards by going counterclockwise. And keep your eye out for that red square aperture that I mentioned before, as I'll go ahead and adjust that. So moving that red square aperture, we'll move it to the next month after passing the 31st date. And same can be said going the other way, as you see I've jumped backwards now. Okay, so moving the command bezel one more time to the left will allow you to access the quick hour jump system, which is the hour hand moves independently of the minute hand and the second hand, so that allows you to keep precise time without interrupting your watch timing. And the reason that's a feature is because, like I said, you're able to track 2 time zones. As we move the ring command bezel one more to the left, you're able to adjust the actual off-center sub-dial with that 24 hours, and using the minute hand, this does actually stop the second hand for precise time setting, so you could set it down to the exact seconds. So for an example, let's go ahead and try to use a London to Philippines trip. So let's say you want to track their time zone in London, you have a business meeting in the Philippines, so we'll go ahead and adjust it to 10 p.m. We'll say 10 p.m., 10:10, so 10 p.m. and 10 past. And we want to track the time in Philippines. So the time conversion there is 7 hours ahead. So we'll actually go ahead and move the bezel once more back to access that quick hour jump. So it's 10:10 currently in London. We'll go ahead and jump 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And there we are. Now it's 5:10 in the Philippines. You're tracking the current time zone that you're at. You can take a quick look at the off-center 24-hour dial, and you'll know exactly what time it is in London. Not only will you know what time it is, you also know the AM or PM because it is in military time. All right, so let's go ahead. Always make sure screw the crown nice and tight against the case, as it will keep the watch water resistant for 100 meters or 330 feet, and return that ring command bezel to the finalmost position by moving the bezel back to the right. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about the case now. So the case size of this Sky-Dweller is a 42 millimeter case. So from my index finger to my thumb here, that's a 42 millimeter case. As you can see, the case size itself is quite a little bit thick, should fit under two-cuff dress cuffs very nicely still. The reason why the case itself is so thick is because we have all those different complications, the ring command bezel, the annual calendar, all those different functions into one movement. So of course the movement is going to be a little bit larger than most Rolex movements. We have this nice high polish on the side of the case, patterning very nicely with the bracelet. As we've turned the watch around, we have that same high polish on the other side, traveling very nicely with the bracelet. Moving on to the bracelet, as the Sky-Dweller is not really it's not too much of a sports watch. It's more of a dressier hybrid. We have these nice high polish on the lugs of the case, and then we have the high polish down the center of the three-piece oyster links, and that travels nicely through the clasp as well. You see that same patterning, same thing on the other side of the bracelet as well, and that's made all out of Rolex's 9040 steel, in-house made steel that has additional corrosion resistance and definitely a much nicer shine to it. You can see that shine actually being contrasted by that satin finish on each side of the three-piece links, and bring more of that high polish out down the center. The clasp itself, very simple clasp, is a folding oyster clasp. As you can see, opens up as so, revealing the Rolex name embossed onto the clasp plate itself there. With all Rolex clasps, we actually have an additional function underneath the clasp, and that's located right underneath, pulling out at a 45-degree angle. You can see the little pins underneath that bracelet link, and you can actually adjust for 5 millimeters inwards or outwards. And that's a nice quality of life feature for hot summer days, such as if your wrist starts to swell up because of the summer heat. You can actually adjust it for more breathability on your wrist and give yourself a little more comfort, and vice versa for colder days. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the movement now. The movement is housed in a simple oyster case backing. It's a professional mechanical self-winding movement. It has the functions of the dual time zones, the annual calendar, as I've shown you with the crown functions, and it's the caliber 9001 Rolex movement. The oscillator is a paramagnetic blue parachrome hairspring, which adds additional resistance against magnetism for the watch, and also has equipped high-performance Paraflex shock absorbers, which is actually a Rolex in-house made shock absorbers that they claim absorb 50% more shocks than the industry standard KIF shock absorbers. The power reserve of the watch itself is 72 hours, so a large power reserve. So you can wear this watch on put this watch down on a Friday evening, pick it back up on a Monday afternoon, and it'll be keeping time just fine. All right, so I'm actually going ahead and show you this watch on my wrist now. So here's the folding oyster, opens up very nicely. Okay. One thing to mention is I do have an average man size wrist, which is a 7-inch wrist, as you can see. So a little more wiggle room there for myself. There's the clasp itself underneath the wrist. You can take a look at that, how that looks underneath. And here's the watch itself on my wrist. Okay. So if you're interested in this model or any other model for the lowest possible price, check out our website at JazTime.com. We have the lowest prices guaranteed. We offer a 1-year warranty. And if you like the video, please like, comment, and subscribe below. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you guys soon.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video. Click on it and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at JazTime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.